Hi guys, so it's been a while since I've made a video, and so I don't really know what to make, so I think I'm just probably going to do a little introduction to me and why I deleted all my previous videos, or the majority of them, and then go from there and see what you would like to see in the future. So my name's Victoria. I am in my late 20s, and I live in the United Kingdom. I am hoping to one day be a doctor, and I'm working towards that dream. However, I have a medical condition, which means I struggle with a lot of things that normal people of my age would be able to do. So I am a eosinophilic refractory, basically I have eosinophilic refractory asthma, which basically means I have asthma that doesn't respond to treatments. In August of last year, I started a monoclonal antibody medication and treatment called Mepolizumab. I'm going to put this down for a second because someone is momentarily going to walk past. So yes, I started Mepolizumab in August of last year, 2017. I have now been informed by my consultant, after doing a saline-induced sputum test, that I still have very high eosinophil counts in my tissues, in my bronchi, in my lungs, which means that though Mepolizumab has reduced my peripheral eosinophil count, it hasn't actually actively worked within my tissues and organs. And that means that Mepolizumab is likely not going to be the source of my treatment anymore. And so I don't understand entirely what my test results were, because I've not actually spoken to my consultant. I just received a letter in the post. But he basically said that I was, my sputum test showed a high level of eosinophils within my lungs, and that demonstrated that Mepolizumab is not being as effective as he would have liked. Therefore, we are now going to be moving on to another monoclonal antibody called Resilizumab, or what's it called? Cinquari? I'm not quite sure, but it's Resilizumab. And this again is another interleukin-5 binder, so it will break down. It will bind to interleukin-5, and it somehow prevents interleukin-5 triggering the release of white blood cells, or eosinophils, as there currently are in my case. And yeah, that left me a little bit devastated, because I was quite ill for a number of months on Mepolizumab. I had terrible side effects. I had redness. You can still see I have redness. I had terrible migraines, migraines that will make me sick. I suffer from migraines in a way, but like, my migraines increased tenfold. I was in pain. I felt worn out. I couldn't get out of bed for 3 days after each injection. And it's awful, but not everybody had the same effects. That's just how it affected me. Some people found their symptoms were worse, and some people found that their symptoms were much better. The problem with trying to go into medical school when you have such a disease as mine is I struggle to talk sometimes, and therefore I can't communicate properly because I can't breathe, and that's quite difficult. The other thing is I struggle to walk a lot, so if I'm having a particularly rough patch, I find it quite difficult to walk from place to place. I can't walk a few meters without without physically holding onto a wall and feeling like I'm suffocating. And so this is why my journey to medicine has been so slow. But I'm hoping that Resilizumab will now be the answer, and I will be able to be a doctor at some point. I just need to be signed off as fit to apply, because medical schools require you to have a certain level of fitness, or be at a certain level of healthy, right? Which I don't reach yet, or I don't meet that criterion. That's a shame. However, there are many other things that I have going on. So eosinophilic asthma is just one of those. I also have a valve near my stomach, and I'm not sure if it's a sphincter. I've not specifically asked which valve it is, but basically mine's quite loose. And this causes me to have chronic GERD, which is gastroesophageal reflux disease. And it basically releases a lot of acid up through my stomach. And when I had a bronchoscopy, and not bronchoscopy, that's for your lungs, an endoscopy, I think it was called, and a barium swallow test, they could see this valve just releasing a ton of, well, just doing this, it was just open, and every time I heaved or whatever, they could just see it spring open, wider than normal. The barium swallow showed a lot of gas within my swallowing gas, basically, because of my breathing situation. I swallow a lot of gas, which means that gas is going places it shouldn't. And I do need to have surgery for that, but again, because of my lungs, I cannot have the surgery, so I suffer with chronic heartburn. I'm on 3 different tablets and Gaviscon a day, and nothing seems to be working, but what can you do? I also, eosinophilic asthma is linked to an allergic disease, so I also get blisters in my eyes and have eye problems. So I'm on another monoclonal antibody type treatment called Icarvis or cyclosporin, which is an eye drop that goes in my eye, and it's supposed to prevent this from happening, as well as prednisolone and sodium chromoglycate eye drops. And then I use Hylatears Blue as a lubricant as well. So I've got several things going on at the moment, and all of these really link into asthma management, and then the rest of them seem to come from over using of medication, which I have to do in order to survive, because then I can't breathe, and then side effects of medication. So yeah, but I don't let that hold me back. I'm determined to become a doctor, and I will become a doctor. I just am not making headway as fast as I perhaps would like, but that is perfectly fine. You know, everyone's journey is different, and we all achieve things at different rates. And if I didn't have my ill health, I probably wouldn't be as compassionate as I am. I probably wouldn't be able to put myself into the shoes of other people, and I probably wouldn't be able to understand what it's like to spend half of your life in a hospital. So I do have a lot of sorry about that. I do have a lot of positives to say about being unwell. And there's a lot of benefits to that. I've met a lot of people, I've spoken to a lot of people about a lot of things. And yeah, that's just it, really. So yeah, I don't know what other videos you'd like me to do. I am still studying. I am just studying random bits and bobs. And I will continue to do that during my gap year / years. But if you have any videos you'd like me to do, that if you followed me before, or you were a subscriber of mine before, or whatever, then do let me know, because I'm not really sure what you want to see. The reason I deleted my other videos was because I didn't feel like it was going in the direction that I wanted. I felt like I was quite unsure of where I wanted to go with it, and I was just making videos for the sake of making videos. So do give me some ideas, and I'll see you in my next video, hopefully.